Hello everyone, it is the Yellow Spider, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Marth. Now, before we go on about the main characteristics and moves and how to use him, we're going to talk about mainly what Marth is as a character. He is the typical sword fighter. He has a longer range than most other characters, a lot of quick attacks. He is a bit floaty compared to others. So you're going to be wanting to utilize your short hopping a lot more with Marth, because this is him with a normal jump, a high jump. So you're going to be wanting to utilize your short hops a lot more than normal. Also, I'm going to name the main point of Marth that's like his main trait. The closer you are to the opponent, the less damage and launch you do to them. If you're in the middle, it does it a bit better. And if you hit the opponent at the very tip, that's where you'll deal the most amount of damage to them, including launch. This works for no matter what attack Marth does with his sword. As long as it's by the closer it is to the tip, the more effective it will be, even with this special attacks. Now let's start off with Marth's normal standing moves. He has a simple 2-hit jab combo that is safe on block, unlike a lot of other jab combos. It is very effective, and it is the best way to gauge your distance from the opponent, because Marth is all about spacing. You want to be as close to your opponent as possible, but also as far away as possible. That did not sound right completely. Which is why, by that I mean, of course you want to be close to the opponent because you have no ranged attacks, but you want to be as far away from the opponent, including physical range. Because, of course, your attacks are more effective like this. So always try to maneuver yourself while you're doing the battle, and this move is one of the best ways to do that. Because you can't really get punished for this unless the opponent, like perfect blocks, counters, or is not getting hit by it, of course. So, a really solid jab move with a lot of range and a lot of utility and a lot of ways to use it. And on top of all that, it is just safe. A Marth's side tilt is what you mostly use to try and finish off opponents, or if you're just trying to gauge your distance out against the opponent a lot more. But normally you use the jab for that. Now, you may want to alternate between what you're using these for in different situations, mostly because the side tilt has a bit more range, but it does have a bit more drawback. You'll still be safe if the opponent blocks it, but be aware they'll have more time to react, and possibly even you may have to block afterwards. Marth's down tilt is what it's a simple tilt attack. It does not have tripping properties, of course. It is what you'd mostly use when it's like your quickest attack with the most range, and, well, not most. Marth's down tilt is a very quick attack that, even though it does lack a bit more range than others, it comes out the quickest and is usually the safest. Not much more to say about it than that. You can also end some combos with it, but mostly if the opponent's on the ground, or if you're it's more specific, but you'll be able to figure it out easily. Now, Marth's up tilt is the attack you're going to be using a lot, because it's like the main way you're going to be dealing damage to the opponent, with the exception of just flat out using your distance against them. You're able to chain at least 2 of these up together with most characters, probably a bit more with heavy characters. And if the opponent is behind you close enough, it will hit them. Close enough. There we go. I mean, I guess that still shows my point, but not what I wanted. So yeah, the up tilt has a lot of variety, however, it is a bit easier to punish. Say, I miss like this. Roy, with his quick attack speed, would easily be able to get a smash attack on me or something. Or just run in there. Now, Marth's dash attack, it does take a little bit of time to start up, and it does take time to recover from. So, use this with discretion instead of willy-nilly, because you could easily screw yourself over. Because the opponent blocks you while doing this dash attack, they will have a free chance to just full-on attack you afterwards. Now we will be talking about Marth's aerial attacks. His neutral aerial are these two slashes you see here. This is what you'd be mostly using to chain moves together. For example, if you dash down quickly enough or just get only the first slice, there's a lot you could do with it afterwards. In fact, it's basically confirmed like this. So yeah, a really all-around solid move with a lot of utility behind it. This is what you'd mostly use for starting combos, but not the move you'd use in most games the most, because it is very dangerous, as its attack range is a bit specific. It does have long range, but it's easy to miss the first slice while you're just using it flat out for no reason. You'll find the most use out of this move if the opponent is already in midair, or if you're a fair distance away from them, in which case it's a good move to use while approaching them. Marth's side aerial is what you'd mostly use to gauge your distance from the opponent more safely. Is also what you'd mostly use along with the back aerial to try and edge guard the opponents off. You are able to get some things with the side tilt, side aerial, and they're mostly the things you'd expect. You'd use it in the air and just get whatever ground move you want. It's as simple as that. The back aerial is very similar to the forward aerial, except it is a bit more launching, but it has less combo use. Those are its main two differences. So, while you're trying to gauge your distance out from the opponent, and make sure they don't get too much aggression on you, you'd mostly be using a mixture of short hops, forward aerials, and neutral aerials. Neutral jabs. I don't know why I said aerial. Up aerial is what you'd use as a combo ender, specifically for up tilt, up aerial. It has a lot more uses than that, and is even a kill move at certain percentages. For example, get a bit more damage from me, Roy. Thank you. Now, another thing you could do with up aerial is you can easily toss your opponent up into the air like this and finish them off by repeatedly, well, at higher percentages, just toss them up into the air and then get an up aerial on them to finish them off. So not only is it a good combo ender and finishing move, mostly because a lot of Marth's moves do lift you in the air. Marth's down aerial has a lot of range, but you should really only be using it while you're near the stage, because it has a lot of lag time. For example, even though it comes out quickly, it takes a while for you to be able to do anything afterwards. That's a lot of time for the opponent to try and do something back to you. That will be all from Marth's, that's all from Marth's aerials, and now we will go on to his special attacks. He has neutral special, the side special, well, every character has that, I don't know why I'm saying them out loud. So, neutral, side, counter, and up special. This move has a charge time, and of course, like all of Marth's other moves, like I mentioned, the tip does the most damage. If you hit the opponent with the tip while doing this move, it will break a lot of their shield if they happen to be shielding at the time. I don't know if I can make him shield. Nope, but you get the point. If he was shielding and I hit him with the tip of this, it would break a lot of his shield. If it's charged enough while the opponent is shielding, it will just instantly break their shield, and well, you could do whatever you want with them after that. Marth's side special is, well, special in a certain way, because it has 3 different paths that you're able to travel through and, well, change between it no matter what. The side, for example, if you push different directions while you're doing the side special, it will do a different action. You're able to mix them up however you wish in any sort of way possible. There are different uses for each path that you could take, and I will mention them, and it's up to you to choose what situation to use them in. The middle path is what you'd use when trying to deal the most damage to your opponent. Well, not damage, but okay, more launch. It is good for damage's sake, but side special is also, the side path all the way is the most reliable, to say the least. It is also the most likely to kill the opponent, of course, if you hit them with the tip. The down pathway is what you use when you're trying to get more range and multi-hit out of the attacks you're doing. And the up path is what you're trying to do when you would try lifting the opponent into the air to make them more comfortable and possibly finish them off with an up aerial. You're able to change these any way you want. As long as you start it with a side special, it will work out fine. For example, I'm gonna do left up, left down. That would work. I could do it down the whole time. I could do side, side, down, down. It works any way you do it. You just have to change it any way you wish. You are also able to pause between the side specials you do. Like, it depends how long you wait, because if you wait too long, you just flat out cancel out of it. Now, of course, that's not a bad thing, because you're easily able to trick out opponents by doing something along the lines of just stopping in between and fooling them, letting down their guard. But you could also just flat out stall it like this. Thank you. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with the side specials and a lot of shenanigans you could do with them. It is honestly one of Marth's best tools. It's one of his best things in his toolkit. Down special is a counter move. I don't know how much more you want me to say about it than that. It's a counter move. It counters things when you get hit. Marth's up special is what... It does have some use in combat, but of course it's its recovery use. It goes straight... It goes in an upwards arc and goes straight up no matter what. Now this is good to a point, because usually when you're trying to recover to the stage, you're going to want to try to remain below the platform so you can reach it from there. Because if you do it from somewhere like this, you may have a bit more of a problem trying to get back onto the stage, or you may just not make it, or the opponent may just slap you off while you're trying to get back on the stage. So usually try to remain more in a vertical way when trying to recover to the stage itself. But like with all of Marth's moves, it also benefits from the tip. Now we are going to talk about Marth's smash attacks. Forward smash, up smash, down smash. Down smash immediately does it in front of him and behind him. It will always go in front first, and like all of his other moves, well, all the smash attacks benefit from the tip. This is what you mostly try to use whenever your opponent is on the ledge. Roy, just stay off there for a bit. Forget it. Imagine he was on this corner of the stage. He tries, if you think they're going to try and roll past you, do this. It is a bit less effective than most other smash attacks at that purpose, but it works. It also works when you're trying to make the opponent go at a certain angle sideways when you're trying to launch them off the stage. Forward smash is like your go-to smash attack. It does take a bit to recover from, but it has a good amount of range, also benefits from the tip, and if the opponent it's also able to hit hanging opponents if their invincibility frames are over. Don't know why I had such a hard time saying that. Marth's up smash is not something you'd use in normal combat. I would suggest to only use it if you know you're going to hit the opponent with it. Never any other time. All of Marth's throws have use. Forward throw and back throw are of course what you use to try and get the opponent off the stage. Down throw is what you use for combos. And up throw is what you use when you're trying to finish off the opponent. It is a kill move at certain percentages, even though it's high percentages. That will be my guide for Marth, and I got some online footage down to use for Marth for this video, so I hope you enjoy, and take note of a bit of a playstyle you can adopt with him. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. The Yellow Spider is out.
3, 2, 1, go!
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Oh no! one, go!
Nice try. Nice try. I live to fight again.